Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Pisces. If Pisces is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. Knock, knock, knock. And let's see. I'm feeling a little silly. We're getting to the end of the night here. Getting close to bedtime. I always kind of like my last reading of the night because I feel a little bit more loose with it. Flows a little more easily sometimes. Although, I'm just gonna... This one is, my goodness, look at the skull here. That is very prominent. Very prominent. So, I feel that we have some problems happening this week, Aquarius. And based on the card that I pulled today, pulled for this reading, the 9 of Swords, which this is from the Thoth deck, and you can see it does not look like a very friendly card, right? We have this kind of blood dripping from the swords here. I was gonna say maybe it looks better this way. It does not. Yeah, it's just, so this is a card related to cruelty, okay? And within the context of this reading, well, okay, let me also point out there's also the poison and the blood. So, double trouble, right? Let's see. I really think that within this context, this is it feels like a very despairing time. I feel like you have hit a wall like a ton of bricks, okay? Something has happened that has been maybe it's like not the biggest thing in life, right? But it has felt really terrible, okay? And so let's look and see. I'm just gonna see off the bat, just so you know, I don't think this is a physical death, okay? Nobody died. Nobody is dying. I don't think that that's what this is about, okay? And I want to always start with alleviating any kind of worry or anxiety about that kind of stuff. If I even did see that somebody might be dying, though, I would not bring it up because I think that's super unethical. But I want to say that I don't think that this is like any kind of bad health thing or a death or something like that, okay? I do think, and I want to just kind of look at this real quick. I feel like this is going to be with somebody that has an H name because we have an H here right in the center, okay? And then we have an H here up in this on the side, which is the more emotional, kind of psychic emotional, where you're thinking about them a lot. It just has kind of taken everything over at this point. I see these are swords kind of clashing together. I think that honestly, I just see so many weapons. This little knife right up here, right there, and then kind of an axe right here. And maybe some of that dripping from the card over here. I really feel like this has just put you truly in a place of despair. But I think that this has something to do more with like if you have a business, maybe your career, something you've been working on. I feel like it has to do with making money, more along the lines of like your resources, making money. Something like this, not just like a passion project or art project or something more like, very important, obviously, but it feels like this has to do with currency, with money, with your resources that you need to pay for your life, right? To pay for, to keep your life moving and your bills paid and everybody fed and this kind of thing. So I wonder if this is like a family member or like somebody that is like a friend, a good friend that you did not go into business with, but I think that you kind of maybe brought them in, or you're doing some kind of work with them, or I almost wonder if they kind of did something that has just damaged your reputation, or has said something, posted something on the internet. We all know that is a quick way to, destroy whatever you've built. Something has gone on though that I don't necessarily see this as like they were out to get you, but whatever they did was careless. They were not thinking about the larger picture. They lost some money possibly. They ruined a contact, somebody you've networked with, a vendor, something that you had set up for whatever you work within, whatever industry you're in, if this is your private business, or, it could be, your job. I don't know, working for somebody else, but I feel that this is like kind of a reoccurring thing. I see that we have this person kind of riding some kind of horse, or I almost think of like a camel or something. And I see this kind of horn here. And usually a very sacred object, like for opening ceremonies, opening rituals. But in this case, I almost wonder if this is kind of like the opening of like a war cry or going into a battle. I think of it kind of as a warning as well. I wonder if you kind of went against your better judgment to help this person out. Thinking, okay, this is family. Okay, this is like, this is my friend. They're going to show up, come correct, to make good decisions, just really be on their best behavior and not let things get out of hand in any way, not cause any kind of troubles for you. And it just really was not that. They did not come with that energy. And you kind of knew that they're not, I'm not going to say they're not a mature person, but maybe not a very serious person, okay? And they definitely did not respect and honor how much work and just the time, this is your good name. This is your, this is your reputation within your work field, within your industry. These are relationships that you have taken time to, to develop. And then this person who you love and care for, and want to help because they need some kind of, break or whatever. They come in and they really just kind of, it feels like they kind of spit in your face, right? I feel like you feel like you've been kind of screwed over. And I believe that you're really hurt by this. Now, this is where it's worrisome to me, that I see here like a little house, and it looks like there are flames and smoke coming off of it. And again, not a physical sign. This is not literal. No house is burning, but I feel like they've come in your house and metaphorically into your place of business, and they have really just caused, this huge problem, this big fire. And I wonder, and this is what I am hoping is not true, is if this is somebody that like you're married to or in a relationship with even. So that would be extra difficult and extra complicated, that you have somebody that is just not willing to get on board with what you're doing for your work. They are reckless, maybe emotionally, socially reckless, acting any type of way that they feel like, and making you look bad, and maybe even messing with the finances, overstepping, whatever it is, which is, I hope that's not the case, because that is really a hard situation to be in. It sucks if it's your family member, or if it's like, an old friend or something that needs help. But look, if it's like somebody you have a family with, you're married to, you have kids with, whatever, that's like on a whole other level of, that's anxiety. That's some real arguing, some real drama. And I feel like you have really, really tried to keep your feelings, because you have big feelings about this and you are feeling betrayed. But you have really worked hard to keep your feelings separate in your private life and in your business. And you've really tried to keep that thinking that this is just business. This is not, a personal thing. But unfortunately, it's proving to be too difficult. Okay. And honestly, I don't know. I'm not a business person. So, and I've never had a serious career. I've mostly just done stuff in the food industry, like waiting tables and things like that. So, I don't know anything about keeping your business life separate from your personal life. I just don't. I don't understand the concept of that. I am not good with keeping the parts of my life separate at all. That's probably why I have a family business with my husband, and this is what we do. We have a family and we have a business, and we're happy in that, and we work hard together. And I don't know how you would separate those things. I just don't. So I feel like this is just, for you, it's also been hard. You've really tried to be that better person. I feel like you've had some influence from the people around you, especially if this is a family member that are, really like, okay, like, you have to let it go. We'll figure it out. So-and-so is just like this. It's not personal, whatever it is. And, nobody wants there to be problems in the family or within the friends group, especially if it's somebody, like I said, that you're married to. Nobody wants that brought over into your family life. But I just think that it really, my goodness, this is not, I think the person feels bad. I get the sensation that they feel bad. And I almost feel like, I'm seeing this bird, okay? And it's like almost in this, it's not flying, it's not sitting, it's in this almost taking off kind of mode. I feel like they feel bad. They feel a lot of remorse and anxiety about the grief that they have caused you, but they are just not even beginning to do any kind of damage control. There's not any apology. They have not, I don't know if they've communicated with you deeply about this. If it's somebody you see every day, then hopefully there's been some kind of conversation. But if not, I feel like maybe this person has just kind of really been avoiding you. They just have gone MIA, and they really just are the type of person that just, rather than be in the conflict, they rather just take off. Okay. And this is, I think more than anything, this is poisoning your relationship. And this circles back to that poison with the swords, right? The Nine of Swords. They just, this is the type of person that burns bridges, okay? And maybe why they needed your help in the first place, because not many other people are willing to work with them or help them out because they've been burnt by this person in one way or another. I think that, you just, I don't know. I feel like you've really tried to make efforts to calm yourself on this, try to let it go a little bit, try to do your own damage control, fixing whatever happened. I don't really see what happened. I don't think this is fatal to whatever, we have this big skull. I don't necessarily think that this is like going to ruin your business forever. I think you've lost some money. And you're going to have to do some, cleanup and figuring out how you're going to maybe pivot a little or find some, whatever it is, alternative route or whatever. I don't think it's like you lost your job or anything, but I think that for you, it's like brought a whole different energy to your work life. And I feel like, this has been embarrassing for you. It's made you feel self-conscious and really just you're out of step. I feel like you were really in a good, you had a good like stride going, and this is just really kind of, really screwed things up for you, especially like energy wise. So, I think that if you, of course, you're doing this, damage control and probably working extra hard and trying to figure things out. But I think when you can come to a point where you have a little bit of a break, you need to take it. I think regrouping, having a moment to breathe, and trying not to focus on dealing with this person, because I think that there's not going to be a real good answer. If there's any question about why, there's not really going to be a good answer. Nothing that is going to be good enough to make sense to you why this happened. Okay. I feel like you're going to drive yourself nuts trying to figure it out, and try not to do that, okay? I also think you're worried that this is spilling over into your family life, and it probably is, okay? And I want to look at this. We have this person kind of walking, and we have the big 8. Looks like 8 is kind of a really important number here. Kind of looks like a tree as well. I'm just trying to look at this a little bit here. We have an arrow. It's pointing into the 1, 2, 3. I also see... So I think the number 8 is important. I mean, it's obviously large. It's also part of that, the skull. I don't know exactly what it is, but I kind of almost get this feeling that the person is like did this happen in, because it looks like a tree, it looks like a Christmas tree. Did this happen in December? Or are they somebody that was maybe born in December? So, and it's right around Aquarius too. And then I'm looking at the arrow and we have the 3. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm just trying to look and see if there's more. I almost feel like their mom is getting involved in this. Like, because this is somebody you know, and I'm going to sit back for a second. My foot is getting sleepy. I almost feel like their mom and your mom, maybe, or a mother, like motherly figures in your life are trying to intervene on some level. And I feel like with the 3, where I'm seeing like you're feeling in between these two people who are trying to kind of mediate, and I feel like it's almost like it's tied to the holidays, right? And this is there are a lot of different holidays going on right now, or at least Easter is happening. Orthodox Easter is coming up too. Ramadan's happening. And I don't know. I think Passover possibly. I don't know. I shouldn't say for sure when that is. I know I've looked it up a million times, but I don't, right now also we're going through quite a few spring festivals, okay? Fertility festivals, lots of different festivities happening. And in the southern hemisphere, I don't know exactly, but I'm sure that there are harvest festivals happening as well. So it's fairly festive. I would say it seems like as an adult, I noticed that every month and a half or so, we have some reason to be celebrating something, right? So I think that there's kind of almost this feeling of wanting to keep some kind of peace so a holiday goes well, or at least a birthday or a family gathering, something along the lines of this. And I think there are these like motherly figures that are getting involved trying to mediate. But I feel like, I really ultimately feel like you were just kind of done, right? This relationship feels like it's kind of poisoned, and you really tried to be the better person here, or at least the bigger person, the more reasonable person. And just by, I don't know, not going buck wild, that's kind of been your resolve there, and staying calm, staying focused. And I don't really see what the resolution is exactly, but like I said, I really hope that this is not like somebody you're married to, or, is like a significant other and this is going on, because that's like a whole other thing, right? Hopefully this is somebody who's a little more separated from your living situation, from your, daily life. Hopefully this isn't like a family business with like your parents or siblings or something like that. Because that's just, it's hard. I imagine it's hard to be in business with your like multiple family members. There's a lot to work out and, you know, agree on and stuff. And so let me see here. I actually think from whatever is going on, it seems like I almost see like a ladder, right? And I feel like you are more motivated to put even more of your effort and time and energies into what you're doing. And it's like you're playing makeup, but I think it's really going to hit an even better stride than before. And I see you hitting some really nice, just success coming up, okay? Also, I think you are learning a lesson, you know, to be really mindful of who you bring into your work situations, who you do business with, if it's small, if it's large, really, you know, controlling kind of who gets involved with your reputation, right? And it's just amazing how fast that can get screwed up by something stupid that somebody does, you know. And if they haven't done the work, it doesn't necessarily compute to them how much work you've put into doing something, you know, some kind of endeavor, or your career. So I think it's just, you know, this is a thing. It sucks. But stop despairing, please. We're going to get rid of this. Just flip it over. It's banished, okay? And, you know, I feel like even in the amount of anxiety I felt just at the beginning of this reading throughout a little bit, I feel like there's kind of really this beautiful, like, silver lining coming in. And I feel that not only that, it's just the sun is rising. It's only begun rising for you, right? This is a blip. And I don't know what's going to happen with the relationship by any means. But, you know, I'm in the camp of, you know, trying to be empathetic to other people and their situations, their shortcomings, but also being very firm about keeping yourself safe, keeping your private interactions limited, keeping your temple pristine, who you let into your home, who you let into your private business, who you know, let close to you, who you give your energies to. So, you know, it's, as I think and say, not often, but sometimes, you know, I can like somebody, I can care about somebody, I can love somebody. Doesn't mean I'm going to engage with them. Doesn't mean I'm going to talk to them. Does not mean I'm going to give them my time. I can love you from afar. I can care about you from afar. I can pray for you from afar. Doesn't mean I don't, you know, think about you, worry about you, have the best wishes for you. But my life is all, you know, all I have is my time, my family, my, you know, the good health as long as it lasts, right? And a little bit of good fortune sprinkled around here and there. And so I'm going to be very decisive about how I spend, you know, those limited things. Because let me tell you, if you're not an oldie like me, you know, getting into middle age, if you're younger, you don't realize how fast it all goes. It goes so fast. These days, my days, I can't even believe how fast It's like sand pouring through my hands sometimes. So, you know, you have to be careful about how you spend it and who you spend it with. And so I would not be mad at you for really setting some restrictions about how you're going to interact with this person, or if at all, in going forward. Okay. And so I guess that's really, excuse me, I'm starting to cough, so that must be the end of the reading. I want to thank you so much. I'm always so, so honored to be able to bring these messages to you. I just wanted to mention that, excuse me, we are on a new schedule. I am doing 2 readings a day, 6 days a week. So every sign will be read once a week. And if you are not subscribed, please do that. You hit the little bell icon and it'll let you know when the videos are coming out. So the next Pisces will be out in 1 week. And in the meantime, you can watch your other placements, your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising, and your Venus. If you haven't, I kind of mixed up my little spiel here, but if you would like the video, that would really help me so much. It helps me get in the algorithm. It helps me get to more people. It helps the channel grow, and I appreciate that so much. And if you want to leave a comment, let me know how you're doing. Let me know what's going on with you. I love reading every message. It brings so much love and light to my life, and I really, honestly, it's a good feeling when I wake up or I look at my I look at my channel and I see that there are messages on there. Okay, thank you. We will talk in just a few days.